Daydreamer, snap out of it. This is your only life and you're fucking daydreaming through it. Let's get some shit together, get this together, build this together and start living your fucking life. Episode 3, let's go. Okay guys, how are we doing? So this week is a little different as Dad duty is right now when I usually do the filming for Dad's TV. So we're going to include Alba and she obviously wants to see a little bit what's going on. So today what we're going to try and do is talk about spending time and quality time with little monkeys like this, because these people are what make life worth living in my book. And when you realise that and you open up that self-awareness chip to the fact that it's not about work, that it's not about trying to look after your budget, and that it's not about checking your emails and the meetings and the journey to get there and the stress that you go through and bringing it all back. And I keep bringing up this point that it's about this little one, about your little ones, because they grow up, and when they grow up and they've gone, there's no flipping it around, there's no turning it around to then have moments like this. You know, when I was in the Marines and my little ones were this age, I was off for 3-4 weeks, I was in Afghanistan for 4 or 5 months, and I missed out on those key parts. Whereas a lot of you have that choice now that when you come home, that you can switch off from work and that you can enjoy time with babies. And at the weekend, you are responsible for your own living and what you do. And if you set the standards that you want to live by, you can turn your phone on aeroplane mode. You can learn to switch off on the job, the stress that it all brings, and you can enjoy these moments. I'm just waiting for her to start crying when it just becomes so ironic that she does. Okay? And just remember, this is what life is about. And I think so much of the mental stress that we carry is through putting ourselves under so much pressure and putting ourselves under so much stress. And we give ourselves such a hard time that we forget to enjoy the life process. We forget to enjoy the basic things in life, such as holding your baby and cuddling her and listening to her and paying attention to her or him, you know, or going to your son's reenactment of the 1066 like I did today with watching my boy. So those are the things that make life worth living, because when you're on your deathbed, when you are old, once you have left the corporate company or the corporate world or whatever job that you are doing, and you're in retirement, you don't want to look back and go, I regret that I didn't spend more time with my kids. I regret that I was so overwhelmed and stressed and not focused. Open up that self-awareness chip, okay? And you will reap the rewards of life that is around you, because that's what it is about. Okay, so let's talk morning routine. I've done some of this in a similar isolated post before, but within this week's episode, I want to talk about the golden hour, and it's something I talk about within my book, It's a State of Mind. And the golden hour is your opportunity to commit to waking up earlier, to then be able to have a great morning, to have a structured morning, to allow you to own the rest of your day. It's kind of building up the momentum from early doors. Whereas whether you get up and you leave yourself half an hour to get up, get changed, have breakfast, get ready, get your mindset in place and rush out the door, in that 30 minutes, you're already leaving that door frustrated, stressed, anxious, knowing full well that you're going to be buying that meal deal or McDonald's meal at lunchtime, knowing full well you don't know exactly what you're doing and you're just reacting through the day. Whereas if you have your golden hour, it allows you some time to be able to train early morning. Okay, 30, 40, 20 minutes, whatever it might be, in your own front room, doing an own body weight workout routine or a kettlebell workout routine, whatever it might be. And that's what a lot of our guys are doing on the Kickstart, 21-day Kickstart program and a 6-week program and the maintenance membership. Getting into that good habit, and it allows you then to think about what you've got on for the day, making your list of the top 3 things that you've got to do for the day, knowing exactly when you're going to be home, knowing exactly what you've got in your cool bag for your lunch, just so you know you don't have to go and spend money on shit meals, okay? in Spar or Tesco's or McDonald's or whatever it might be. Being proactive and having that extra time in the morning allows you just to collect your thoughts, have some time to yourself before the world wakes up, before the kids wake up and the wife wake up. And I know it isn't always possible to do that, especially if you've got young children, depending on what time you've got to be up. But it depends on your schedule and your lifestyle and how much you value getting up that little bit much earlier to create good foundations for your day. I hope that makes sense. So give the golden hour a go. Golden half an hour. It might be a golden 20 minutes. Start by getting up 15 minutes earlier than you normally do and then progress it all the way to an hour. I hope that tip helps you guys. Okay, the final thing I want to talk about is progression. How important is progression? So if you think about it from when you've born to where you are now, maybe you're a 40-year-old man, let's say that for example. So the progression through your life from being 0 to then going up to junior school, then going through junior school, then going to secondary school, then going to college, university and job. And what you are doing is, if you think about your graph line, you're going up and up and up and taking on more information, progressing personally as a person, learning about life, developing your knowledge, personal development, you're building new relationships, okay? And in theory, it's your work, isn't it? You know, you might have the part-time job, but learning is your job, if you like, until you get to the end of uni and then you finally jump into the real world. So there's no difference when it comes to fitness, okay? If you haven't done fitness for a while, you can't just expect to go straight into a high intensity workout without being crushed. So what you have to do is get your body and get your mind adapted and conditioned to progressively grow. So that means that if you do a 30-second interval of squats, you then allow yourself a minute's rest before you then go on to a 30-second interval of half burpees. Then a minute's rest, and you do that for a week. And then what you say to yourself is, I'm going to do 30 seconds worth of squats. Now this week I'm going to do 50 seconds worth of rest instead of 1 minute. And then I'm going to do my half burpees, and then I'm going to do 50 seconds, and so on, and progress. And each week you reduce that rest time. You might increase the difficulty of the exercise. So you might go from squats to squat jumps. But what my point is that you're allowing your body and yourself to rest more so that you can develop through your muscles, getting used to that type of movement, and your mindset, getting used to getting up early for a workout. When you start eating, a lot of you probably are not eating enough, so you have to start introducing more to the stomach. So be progressive with the amount of calories that you eat, and try and get it right up to a daily rate, maybe of 1,800, 2,000 calories, depending on how much you work out, etc. So you kind of want to find your target so that you can progress through to that. But just remember, allow yourself to be a beginner. Allow yourself to understand and drop the ego and say, okay, I'm not what I was 10 years ago. However, if I just start, but I control it and build it up, I can stay motivated, I can stay focused, and I have vision of where I'm going. If you don't do that and you go straight in like a man with your ego sitting on your shoulder, okay, you will be crushed within a week, because you would have gone too hard, too soon, and it will destroy your motivation, and it will destroy your want to change your lifestyle. So remember, progression is absolutely key.